Alright everybody, gonna show you how to do a slow and low barbecue on a Weber kettle or a kettle type barbecue. If you got one of these and you don't want to spend the money on a kettle smoker or any one of those smokers that cost a lot, and you got one of these, I'm gonna show you how to do it with this. Alright, give me a second here, I'll be right back. Alright, now what you got to do in order to get this to go slow, we're going to try to get a burn of about 7, maybe 8 hours on this. I'm just using good old Kingsford Blue. We're going to start stacking these nice and close together, just like this. Try to get them as tight. You don't want a lot of airflow going through it. Once I get that going, I'll start building another row. Just like that. Keep everything nice and flat. And we're going to keep going all the way around in a horseshoe. Again, the closer and tighter you stack these, the less airflow goes through it, the slower it's going to burn. And that's what you want. Go ahead and get these all lined up. Alright, I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get another layer on top of that first layer. Just right on top like that, all the way around. Fill in these gaps. There's YouTube videos on this you can also watch. This is known as the snake method of smoking. Just look that up, you'll find a lot of videos. So we'll just keep going around, just like that. Now we're just gonna go one more. I'll just go a singular row right down the middle, just like this. And we'll go all the way around, and I'll be right back. All right, now that we got this all laid out, got a double row on the bottom, then a single row right along the top. Now we're just gonna put some wood out here. I'm using cherry wood to go with that pork shoulder. I like to use the fruit wood with pork. I'll just space these out. Like so. And that should give you a good burn. Right around here will be around the end of the cook. You don't really need smoke at this point. We'll get it going over here. All right, we'll be back in a sec. All right, I got a water pan in here. That's gonna be very important. When we get ready to get this going, we're gonna go ahead and fill this about halfway up with water. We're gonna want to use hot water. That way we don't have to waste any energy heating this water up. We'll put hot water in there, but we'll do that when we get the fire going. I just wanted you all to see that putting that inside this horseshoe, we're gonna put a water pan. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're gonna get a few charcoal started in this little chimney starter. Once we get those going, we're gonna go ahead and add them onto the end here. Put the water pan in, get everything going, let it come up to temperature. All right, we'll be back in a sec. All right, we'll go ahead and add our little pile of lit coals to the end here. And that's gonna go around. I'm using cherry wood chunks. I like that better than the chips. Cherry wood, got our coals, maybe about a dozen or so. And that's gonna get things started. Go ahead and add the water pan, like so. Come back with the water. All right, got the water pan in there, got the coal started, got nice hot water. Purpose of the water pan is that it maintains a heat of about 210. So when you start burning hot, it'll absorb a lot of that heat and it'll keep your heat around. It'll help regulate the heat, what it does. You'll know when your water runs out, when your heat shoots way up. So just keep an eye on that. All right, now we got some wood on top of there, got some smoke going. What I'm gonna do here, I don't know if you can see the vent down there, but I want it kind of down about a 1/4 inch. About a 1/4 inch down there, open, and then we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and let this come up to temp, get our temperature regulated. I'll leave this open for now. I like to keep the thermometer opposite of the fire. All right, been a few minutes here. You can see we're about 210. We want to come up a little bit more, probably more closer to the 225 mark. So in order to do that, I already got these wide open. We're going to put the bottom ones open up a little bit more. Just a touch. All right. So we can probably bring that on out here. All right, back out. Got the pork shoulder on here. This is an 8-pound pork shoulder. Got it up over the water pan. I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit more rub. Using this Killer Hog. Mixed in about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar in there because it was a little salty. So let's go ahead and hit that one more time. Gotta break up that brown sugar. There we go. All right, we're gonna let that come back up to 250. So that's gotta come up, about 225, want it to come up. Nice, good smoke. All right, we're on our way. All right, checking temp. We're kind of hot. 250, we want to bring that down. So I turned it down a little bit at the bottom vents. I'm gonna go ahead and regulate this. Probably close them about halfway. We can fine tune it with this. But we'll start right here. And that should bring it down. All right, be back in a little bit. All right, quick update. We're holding the temp about 225. And we got a fairly easy smoke. That's about what you want to see. You don't want to see a whole lot of smoke. So we'll be back in about an hour, see what it looks like. All right, hasn't been an hour yet, but we're still holding our temperature, and that's what we want to look for. Want to be holding that temp. But that's also like what you want to be looking for smoke. Not a whole lot. You don't want it billowing out and you're gonna get a real bad taste, but something like that. You just stagger the wood blocks like I showed you. If you have to go back to the beginning, you can see how I got them spaced out. It'll be perfect, and you'll get just enough smoke, just like that. All right, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. Temp's running a little hot, but we'll fix that. See what we got. All right. Not bad, not bad. All right, we'll come back in another hour. All right, been another hour. Temp's doing good. See what we're looking like. Oh yeah. All right, when all this wetness goes away right here, See how it's kind of dry here? Then we'll start spritzing that, but we want that to kind of skin over a little bit so that it doesn't wash away. So about another hour, we'll come back and see what we're looking like. Looking good. Oh, I put this thermometer probe in here. I don't have it hooked up yet, but I got it in there. It's an absolute must. Okay, been another hour. Temperature still doing good. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, definitely looking better. Not quite ready for spritzing yet, but I like the way that looks. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, we are 4 hours into this. We're running a little bit hot. Not that much, 250. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Definitely starting to look a lot better. We're gonna spritz this up with some apple cider vinegar and some water, little orange juice, little lime juice, garlic. All right, another hour. All right, I just wanted to add that we are using the temp probe now. We're at 149. We're gonna ultimately bring this up to 200. But for now, we're just at right under 150. Also wanted to show you that 4 hours in, we're about halfway through on the charcoal. So we got about another 4 hours, which will put us right at about an 8-hour burn, which I was looking for. About where we should be. Looking good. All right, we're back out. I skipped 2 hours because it was hot outside. Starting to cool down finally. All right, so we're 6 hours into this cook. Temperature's doing all right. Oh yeah. And we still got all this to burn. Let's go ahead and spritz it up. I like it a lot. All right, 6 hours in. We got a temp of 160. We were stuck on like 158. At that point, it gets into what they call a stall, where it's got a lot of the moisture come to the surface and evaporates, and it keeps everything cool. And what that does is it just usually freezes the temp at about 158, and it'll stay that way for a couple hours, but it's starting to come back up again. Stall wasn't this bad. Doing a brisket, sometimes the stall can go 3 hours. It's ridiculous. But anyways, that's part of the deal. Back in an hour. All right, 7 hours in, and we are still stuck in this stall. Temp's looking good. Starting to get some nice color to it. I don't know if I got enough charcoal to get me out of this stall, but I'm just gonna keep cooking until it burns down. Then we'll just go ahead and wrap it. We're gonna wrap it in foil, put it in the oven for like 300 and let it continue till it gets to 200 degrees. But we'll see how it goes. All right, we're 8 hours into this. Temperature is still holding. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that looks good. Probably not. Probably got about another hour left on the coals. Looks like we're out of that stall, but we've got a long way to go to 200. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it cook out these coals, and then we're gonna wrap it up, put it in the oven. Alright, temp's still coming out. Alright, we got 10 hours. So you two can barbecue a pork shoulder in a Weber kettle. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to put this in the oven and let it finish off.